Black orphan. A and B, the brown bomber.
It's your main man, Mike, baconeggendcheese.com, and I'd like to welcome you all to another Corner Convo. I ain't alone. I never am. I have a lovely, lovely panel of people with me, and I got some first-timers. It's always important. So we're going to start with intros on my left side with the first-timer, and he goes by the name of?
I'm Justin.
Justin is in the building. Next to Justin is another first-timer, and she goes by the name of? Miss Io is in the building. Next to Miss Io is the one and only Robin Allen. Yeah, is in the building. Behind Robin Allen is the one and only
Your main man, Job Poet.
JP is in the building with us. We're gonna go to the right side. And we have another first timer. And she goes by the name of
Ray.
Ray is in the building. Next to Ray is the one, the only
BK Diva.
BK Diva's in the building. Who's next to BK Diva?
Keisha.
Keisha's here, y'all. Keisha's here.
She's not cold, son.
Yeah. She's not cold. Who's that behind Keisha that ain't cold? G. Spizzy.
Spizzy.
In the building. That's the one and only G spot, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a scenario for y'all. Can you hold this for me, Keisha? Make sure it don't spill. Right there. Perfect. Okay? I read this on Facebook and I thought I would share it with my Corner Convo panel and we could kind of discuss this. Y'all down with that? Okay. Readers are leaders. I'm going to start reading. It says, I've been dating this chick, although nothing serious, for the past 4 months. She has a son who is 7. No big deal, since I have a kid of my own. Anyway, her and her son's father get along great. I've met him. He was one of the few dudes that didn't act like a dickhead. Always show respect. So anyhow, 3 months into the relationship, she tells me that she's planning to take her son to Disney World in Florida, which is cool. But then she goes on to tell me that her baby father is coming too. I told her that I wasn't okay with that. She told me that they take these family trips annually. I explained to her that if she's in a relationship, then she shouldn't be taking vacations with another man regardless of the situation. It's different if it's a graduation or birthday, or even then, if you're in a serious relationship, you should invite your boyfriend. Mad that I even had to explain this to her. She went on to tell me that I'm insecure and that if I'm with her and he knows this, then why am I worried about him or her going somewhere with their son? And that she's been doing this before we met, and no other dude had a problem with it, and that if I do, then we just need to stop dealing. Long story short, I stopped dating her a few weeks later because I couldn't deal with this. And she's mad at me, calling me an insecure lame. But I think that if any other dude was in my situation, they would have done the same. If I would have allowed that bullshit, dude would have been in our lives forever on a very uncomfortable level. So
I'm not a man and I agree with him.
You're not a man and you agree. Tell me why you agree.
Because it's just common sense. You know, you're in a relationship with someone, it's just, you're supposed to show respect for them and with that person that you're in a relationship with. It's just kind of funny. Yes, it's understood that you have a child and you're trying to do the right thing, but he does have a point. He makes a very good point as far as like inviting, the boyfriend to come along on the trip. And then, 2, are they staying in the same room? Like, what's up with that?
Anybody else?
Do you have any kids? Do you have any kids?
I don't have any children.
You know how kids love being with their mother and their father? Yeah.
Correct.
Kids love that. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't feel comfortable depriving the child of that, you know what I mean? So
Just and then
They
Robin.
love so many other things.
I'm a father that has a child with somebody that had a child before me. And I still wouldn't do that. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, come on, like, sometimes you have to, like, separate the two. Like, y'all have this situation before me, that's cool. But now, are we, like, I don't know his situation with her. I guess he had feelings.
4 months.
You know what I'm saying?
4 months in.
4 months, maybe he had stronger feelings, but I mean, if I'm trying to build something with a young lady, nah, she can't take that trip. That's ridiculous.
That's right.
Robin.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I disagree with Miss Io.
Thank you.
The reason why
You're next.
is that although I've never had any children, I've actually been on both sides of this equation.
Okay.
And on the one hand, I don't know if you remember the beautiful dark-skinned woman that was not in the red dress that came here.
Yes.
Okay. So she had a kid that she had with an Italian man in Italy. Yeah. So, you know, they had a long history of the Italian countryside, and long trips in the mountains, and all that other kind of stuff. Right? And, you know, she spoke fluent Italian, so obviously she
was in there.
Yeah. She was in deep. You know, she spoke Italian like I speak some other languages, you know. And,
we rolling? Keisha, cut their ass. Go ahead, girl.
Yeah, so, okay.
First of all, kids need their parents. That's how she started. Go.
Yeah, so kids need their parents, one, right? So we're going through this and we're having this moment, and if this trip never happened, this guy's gonna come around. This guy's gonna be around. So your insecurity is gonna show at another point. Mm-hmm. You know, when they've got to the kids in the hospital and mom and dad are there and you're in the waiting room because that's your position. You're gonna feel smited then too.
I don't think
so. I feel
an emergency
situation. You're gonna, but you're.
If it's an emergency, whoever's there first.
No, it's not whoever's there first.
In an emergency situation, somebody has to take the kid to the
parents.
Parents
and husbands and wives.
If I go with my boyfriend to the hospital,
but if he
and
listen. Just wait. Listen.
If I go to the hospital with my boyfriend and my child, and her father walks in, you gotta go.
Okay,
and there is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But here's if he doesn't.
Wait, let her finish.
Security for them having to go.
No, but I'm saying but the insecurity on the trip is he's always gonna be around. Unless he dies, he's always going to be around. There's always going to be a situation. If they're going to be together, they're going to be together under your nose. You could be on the couch sleeping, and he came to tell her, you know, go to fuck to sleep story. Boo. It's going to happen when it happens. He could be at work. They're going to do it if they want to do it. You have to be secure in your
relationship. One of the key things that dude says in this statement is that if I would have allowed that bullshit, dude would have been in our lives forever.
And when you said that, I was like, he's going to be in your life forever.
And that's
what he said. In an uncomfortable way. Is that not what he said?
You're actually correct.
I feel like everything for him is going to be uncomfortable.
But the dude has to be
level. In an uncomfortable level, that's what he says. And you have to put everything together.
So what's a comfortable level?
Hold on, listen to what I'm saying. This is why I'm saying that's not a comfortable level. Forget about the 4-month situation. Forget about this particular scenario.
Let's close the thing. We offer this. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, in anything, okay? My mother has a husband. My mother and my father's child, right? My mother was married when I was 4 years old. My father was like, oh, I want to meet the man who's going to be around my child. Okay, no problem. My stepfather said, okay, meet me at the court. Tell me, and then you can tell the judge why you don't take care of your kid. Period. He's not allowed around me. He wasn't not allowed around me. It was just like, this is who my husband is. Like, okay, you have your position as a father, fine, do that, be that. Like, nobody's trying to take that away from you. However, I'm not gonna make an inappropriate situation. Yeah, you're gonna be in your kid's life. Yeah, you could come on the trips that we all gonna go on. But we all gonna go on them trips.
Exactly.
I'm just
saying, like, and then
4 months don't matter. Like, if we're together,
but I'm not saying
but it matters if you say it's not that serious.
Yeah.
So that means
Okay, so hold on. So let's hold on. Listen. Let's change the scenario. Let's change the scenario. The scenario is you are that serious. Okay, we're talking about a couple
2 years
who wants to be together.
Okay.
We're talking about a couple who wants to be together. Who wants to be together. We're not even gonna put a timetable on it.
All right.
We're talking about a couple who wants to be together. Yeah. There is a kid involved. Sit back, everybody. Sit back in your seat. Everybody look sweet.
I'm going on that trip.
Okay, look. Everybody ready? Yeah. Okay.
Gotta go. That's your
Wait a minute. I'm gonna switch things up. So everybody goes on the trip, right?
Yeah.
Everybody goes.
Everybody's going.
Everybody's going. Who is watching the kid at the end of the night?
We are.
Everybody?
What are we gonna do?
but the kid need a parent.
Not
they don't
me.
want to.
Well, you all gonna stay in the same room?
That's what I'm saying.
Right. No,
we're not staying in the
not.
same room.
If I had to.
Yeah.
I
respect that. I respect that.
If I got to, if the money ain't enough.
So you get the block.
The baby can sleep with daddy.
But who's
and I sleep
blocking?
with my
So
woman.
who? If he's blocked. If he's who are you? Who is he? Is he the baby daddy?
Am I the baby father or the boyfriend?
Right. You're the boyfriend.
I'm the boyfriend.
I'm the baby father.
Okay, so I sleep with my woman and the baby sleep with his daddy.
Real talk.
You can give him an
We all in
adjoining
one room. We
room.
got twin bedroom.
Queen
Pacific
size.
Frost.
It's an adjoining room. You can just open
If
the
it's a
door.
joint room, we can open the door. Go
No.
ahead.
Hold on, wait. I got an order. We go
I
here.
bet you will be a
here,
lot closer. Everybody
and
after
then
that
there.
trip.
Real talk.
You
I was
first.
gonna say about the room, if it was me and my significant other was with their partner and we was all on a trip, I would want the kid with me just because it's not appropriate for my
But
child
the
to be
non-parent.
around that, in a
Exactly.
room with their parent and
Exactly.
a non-parent.
And me as a boyfriend, I wouldn't even let the kid be in the room with me.
Exactly.
I don't need to see no other
Because
man
it's
but
not,
his
it's
father.
right, it's
I
not
don't
See what I'm
appropriate.
saying? I wouldn't even do that to the kid.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
be
next,
on that same tip where it's like, I mean, you know, somebody said, oh, the kids don't always get what they want, and
I said
you
that.
know, I like, well, yes, I was referring to
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean,
What did you drink today before you got
even
here?
Nothing.
even if our lives are messed up, it doesn't give us the license to impose our own reality on somebody else, particularly when we have no legal right to say anything about that kid's
You're talking about
life.
the child, right?
The child specifically.
She's being selfish.
Yeah, and the thing is that
I think he is.
the thing is that once a kid shows up, yeah, that's 18 years, $225,000 before they get to college.
That's the minimum.
That's
yeah,
the
yeah,
minimum.
yeah, you know, and it is about the kid, whether they're entitled,
Wait, Keisha.
Whether-
and then BK.
whether the kid is a
Keisha,
little
G-Star,
bastard
BK.
or whatever. A parent's responsibility is to raise their kids. They're supposed to be the person that you love most in the world. Whoever comes or goes,
True.
it's about the kid. I had a hard childhood. I'm not gonna mess up my kid's childhood
I didn't.
just because I have some reminiscent bullshit from the past.
I
that
want
need
to get
deal with.
some.
You know,
Keisha.
I mean, it's just not how it's supposed to happen.
I think-
You know, it's like I grew up getting, like, I got whippings growing up, and I feel like I turned out, I'm not gonna whip my children, but you know why? Because, let me break it down real quick.
Quickly.
Because black kids need to learn that learning how to skirt the rules or bend the rules doesn't result in the slave master beating you.
It can though. But we're not gonna talk about that. No, it can. We're gonna talk about that next week. Okay, here's the order. Boom, 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 boom. Y'all got it? Boom, 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 boom. Go, boom.
Yeah, I mean, I said it when the camera was off, but I'll say it again. You said take it out of this and make it a serious relationship. And a serious relationship, I sat here and I thought about it, and I got out of a relationship with someone who has a child, and he's been divorced maybe like 5 or 6 years. Child's about 15, and every single summer they went away for a week to the Poconos. So now that you get a divorce, what do? You've already upheaved this child's life. What do? Say, well, I have a boyfriend or I have a girlfriend and they need to be this, be here, be that. No, you try to keep normalcy in your child's life as much as you can at the expense of you. And if the person you are with, be it 2 years, be it whatever, if you're not having that conversation when the relationship starts, so we're not at this point when vacation time comes, check yourself. And then if you knew about it and then your insecurities make you rail up about it, check yourself again, because at no point do you matter more than my child. Your dick, your pussy, none of it goes higher than my kid. Therefore, that's how it's gonna work. And you're just gonna have to roll with it. You're just gonna have to roll with it. It's just that simple. The first year, didn't get invited. I was just like, but I had to check myself because I have a kid. And if her dad comes around and says, yeah, let's da-da-da-da with Kristen, then
That's just is what it is.
sweetie, I'm gonna, for Kristen,
That's
it's gonna happen.
Wait.
It's gonna happen. And I mean, if you feel slighted, let's have a conversation about it. But if that's what's going to end this relationship relationship
Then
is
it
going
should.
to end.
Yeah. G-Spizzy.
I feel like if you're gonna feel insecure about the child's father, you should seek out a woman who has no kids.
No kids. It's just
Being
that
with a woman with kids is not your business. And secondly, if you're gonna feel insecure, it's because you're not laying the pipe right. If you lay the pipe right,
You ain't worried about nothing.
you shouldn't worry about shit.
Go away.
this world and every